Welcome to the Tool Hut channel. Today we have a 2007 Dodge Charger. Got the big V6 3.5 liter in it, and it's got a P0730 incorrect gear ratio. Stand by. While you got a second, why don't you go ahead and click that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell if you want to be notified when stuff comes out. I welcome any questions or comments you may have down below. Okay, so what we got this 2007 Dodge Charger V6 3.5 liter, and it has a P0730. So we're going to open up our ALL-data. We're going to go to P0730. We got, let's look at the probable causes here. Let's just see what it says. Maybe. Let us. Incorrect. Gear ratio. Verify current DTC. Well, that wasn't very helpful, was it? Let's see what this says. So this says complete wiring diagram, blah, 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 theory operation, set condition, no shifting operation detected, gears not an actual gear, no shifting operation, blah, 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 possible causes, internal transmission problem, transmission control module. Well, that is so much help, isn't it? Now, what do you think? Where should we go from here? Okay, so we know it's got a P0730, right? So let's go over the symptoms of this car. Maybe we can figure out what's wrong with this car based on what it's really doing. What do you think? So when this vehicle shifts into third gear, the gas pedal doesn't work. Yep, that's it. The ESP light flickers for just a second, and then the accelerator pedal doesn't work, and you can't go anywhere. It is at a transmission shop. The original transmission had no third gear. We don't know if this one has third gear or not because we can't get it to go that far, but it did neutral out in the previous transmission. So pretty confident that this is a different problem that probably started I don't know, maybe it had something to do with the third gear going out, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Anyway, we're here to fix the P0730. The transmission control module is new from the Chrysler dealer and it's been programmed. It is a used transmission. I'm not really concerned about it because it's not neutraling out. The problem we have is the gas pedal doesn't work, and because it's at a transmission shop, the battery's been disconnected, and there are no codes in this car at all, other than the P0730. So we got a couple of choices. We can either drive it, see if we can get it to do it, create some more codes, or we can try to monitor some data, right? So thinking out loud, thinking to myself, whatever, I'm thinking, what would cause the gas pedal not to work? Obvious problems, right? You know, different solutions, 5-volt reference, stuff like that. With the ESP light flickering, got me thinking. Let's look at some wheel speed sensor data. Do you think this has anything to do with my gear ratio code? It might. It doesn't say that in service information, though, does it? But engineers have always told us 100% of the truth, right? So let's see what we can do. So let's look at some wheel speed sensors. Okay, I'm going to put a couple of different screenshots up here. The theme is the same, though. So what we can see just by looking at things, the left rear, or rear left as the RD-Pad calls it, is erratic. And I will tell you when it spikes to its top levels is when I lose my gas pedal. Pretty interesting, isn't it? So when it spikes to a certain level, now I got this in RPMs. I do not have this in miles per hour, but that's how I like to look at wheel speed sensors, especially on Chryslers. It's always been my preferred method. I believe it makes it a lot easier to look at, a lot easier to find problems. So don't think that's miles per hour because it's not. It's RPMs of the wheel speed sensor. So there's a couple of high spikes and the gas pedal goes out. So, hey, I think I'm onto something. So what I do from this point right here is I go back and I talk to the shop owner. The shop owner calls the customer, and the customer approves the wheel speed sensor. It's part of the hub, or not the sensor. It actually has two brand new wheel speed sensors on it. So that tells me somebody's been trying to fix this problem. So we pull the brand new wheel speed sensor out of the hole, and I know somebody's going to scream and yell at me for what we did here. It's got rust on it. So we stuck a screwdriver in the hole, and we run it around. The customer has already approved the new bearing. Not going to hurt anything. I'm curious. I'm not sticking around for the bearing to be changed to see if it fixes this problem. I want to see if it makes it better or worse. If it makes it worse, no big deal. I know I'm on the right track. If it makes it better, no big deal. I know I'm on the right track, right? If it stays the same, then I'm curious. Then I'm concerned. I did not grab a screenshot of it. I will tell you that this car was driven about 30 miles with no gear ratio codes and no ABS codes, no ESC or ESP codes at all. It drove around. They did replace the hub just based on the amount of rust that was on it. But I thought it was interesting. Thought it was a good time to explain that your codes don't always send you in the right direction. We've known that from other videos I've done. Sometimes you got to think. Yes, you know that thing on top of your shoulders. It's called a head. Inside that head is a brain, and you have to think. I thought it was a good find. Maybe you don't. Thumbs up, thumbs down. I don't really care. Have a great day. While you got a second, why don't you go ahead and click that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell if you want to be notified when stuff comes out. I welcome any questions or comments you may have down below. All right, here's your opportunity. Questions, comments, concerns down below. Keep them clean or I delete them. Have a great day.